think I discussed with you a few weeks ago, well, a couple of weeks ago maybe, about that us having a element of complacency when the game sort of is in our hands, and I feel that we're lacking a little bit of leadership. I think when the game is not going our way at the moment. Yes, we're missing sort of a lot of our first choice who started the season, for whatever reason they're away at the moment, injury or absences. But you can see, in terms of that body language and stuff, it needs to be better, because, like I say, they know how we play, we know how they play. You know what I mean? So it's a traditional sort of game plan. But we couldn't execute it today, despite being 2 up. And the disappointing thing, like I said, is that we're losing leads. So when we're scoring first, and in a position to sort of like manage the game out, we're letting teams back into it, and it's very disappointing. And it's a bit of a drop off from what we started with. So look, as a management team, it's not just the players. The management team need to look at it and see what we can do. We've got a home game next week, so we really need to win that. To sort of get some confidence back, because you see, coming to the end, especially second half, part of the confidence was devoid for some of the players.
But we were, Geoff, as you've alluded, 2-0 up.
Yeah.
We were 2-0 up and we were cruising. And then things changed.
Yeah.
Long range shots, and most of their shots were largely, they weren't poacher goals, they were aimed higher.
Yeah.
What happened? Because they came on to us after we went 2-0 up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of odd. We should have pressed on, but we didn't.
I think if we start from sort of the back, I don't think we were squeezing up high enough. Now, they may say there wasn't enough pressure in the field, because what started to happen was they were starting to do a few rotations in the middle, and we weren't tracking and communicating, and that's very important. When you're facing North West London, that's what they do. They're very, very good at that. I mean, you won't get a better team than them in this league in terms of ball play and technical ability. But where you can hit them is like on the transitions, and we still had, despite being 2 up, we still had a few more chances, because the idea is to set traps and then hit them, in the space and behind. But we didn't execute that, and then the work rate just went for some reason, and it's like we couldn't really find an answer on the pitch. We tried to change it second half, and then I think the penalty is sort of like the game's out of hand really, and then and it's difficult to get back into it. But credit to them, as I said, North West London. I said in the notes before the game, is that if you allow them to do what they want to do, they will punish you, and that's exactly what they did today.